Here with James Madison, defensive lineman Ronnell Brown. Ronnell, welcome to CAA Football Media Day.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. The last season you earned third-team all-conference honors. You had 8.5 tackles for loss, 3.5 sacks. What makes you such a successful pass rusher?
Honestly, Coach Price does a great job of teaching us to stay active. He always brings back every year 2 or 3 different moves that could help better us as a player. Beyond that, last 2 years going against Dorian Brooks, he was All-American player, and he has a strong grip. I don't know if y'all know that, but I mean, he has a strong grip. He's a 400-plus pound bench presser, and when you're going against him every day, you want to make sure his hands don't get on you. Because when his hand gets on you, they're not coming off. So going against him every day helped me as a player, as a pass rusher, knowing that make sure his hands don't get on top of me so that I can be able to make a play.
Yeah.
So.
Now, how much is being a veteran guy, how many tricks of the trade do you learn down there in the trenches, and how much does that help you going into this season?
It helps a lot. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you learn and develop throughout the years through Sam and other D tackles that have been here when I was a young baby boy. They taught me a lot, and as a vet now, I feel like there's certain things that can help me on this play or certain things that help me on that play, and I feel pretty experienced at my position now.
Your family has a long history with JMU. Your brother was a former tight end with the Dukes, and you got another brother that's a fullback on this year's team. What attracted everyone to Harrisonburg?
Honestly, when I moved from Atlantic City, New Jersey, when I was in 6th grade, I never heard of JMU. I guess come from when I was young, you don't pay attention to colleges besides the ones you see on TV. But I never heard of JMU until my brother was offered a scholarship there. And then 2 years after he got there, they got a national championship. And, just being up here for every game, seeing him play and seeing the people, number one thing I would say is the town is quiet and the people are as friendly as could be. And that's what attracted me most to Harrisonburg. Along with that, I wanted my father to be able to make all of our games on Saturday. To see all play together, and we were fortunate to be able to play 2 years together, so that was great for us.
Yeah. Now, how much does the excitement in the full houses that you guys played before, in the atmosphere around JMU football, especially with the new stadium coming up, how important is that, and how fun is that for you guys to be able to play in front of them?
It's great. It stinks that we won't be here for the whole expansion, but just seeing it, seeing where this area was my freshman year, to seeing where it was my redshirt senior year, it has grown, grown in many fields. The town is so supportive. The people are nice, and we have as Drew said, we do have the greatest fans in America. I don't care what nobody said. You can go to the Big House, you can go to the Gator Bowl in Florida, you can go and you can go, youth wherever. JMU has the best fans in America.
Now, with Ronnell playing on offense and you on defense, any sort of friendly competition about which side of the ball is better for you?
Every day. Every day he's talking about, the offense had this, offense that, and the defense, we want to shut them out, especially with my brother. I look forward to going against him every play. Hopefully, one of the O-linemen missed a block and I get an ISO block from my brother. That would be the greatest thing in the world. But of course, we got guys that are good on the offensive line. They rarely miss blocks like that. But every day we always trash talking each other. It's always good times. But at the end of the day, we all for the same reason, same unit. So that's great.
Do you guys ever any head-to-head practice, any drills or anything like that?
We haven't yet, but if you're there this August, hoping to do a couple of Oklahomas or some board drills with them, so we can get that settled and done with.
Now, last year you lined up beside Arthur Moats, who won the Buck Buchanan Award as the top defensive player in FCS, and now is making it in the NFL. What did you learn from him, and are you ready to kind of take over as leader of JMU's defensive front?
I learned 2 things from hard work does pay off. The transition from him from his junior year to his senior year was immaculate. I've never seen a player so hard-working, so dedicated to one goal, being the best player that he can be. Another thing, he wasn't really a vocal guy. I mean, we had our D-line thing going on, but he wasn't as vocal as Sam Daniels, of course. But to people know that Sam Daniels was as vocal as could be. But he led by example. He led by action. He said little much during the game, but his performance definitely spoke for itself.
Does that become a goal for you now? All of a sudden, when you've seen what he was able to do to become from a good player to an NFL caliber player, does that kind of inspire you a little bit?
It inspires me. Me and Coach Durden, I guess you call a good buddies, because he's with us 95% of the time, more than even our position coaches. So me and him have several talks. I've been trying to transition as a player from in the last year's season to this coming season, and I think my work ethic has gotten better. As far as trying to be like Arthur Moses, I don't believe in trying to be like somebody. Everybody's different. Everybody's unique in their own way. So my expectations will be set at a high level, and hopefully I'll be able to meet those.
You talked about your dad. He was a Major League Baseball player. Did you ever play any baseball growing up? And if so, what positions?
Yeah, that didn't work out too well. When you're young, you like trying different sports and having a good time. But I don't think I grasp the concept of that. You got to hit the ball when you're at bat. And my twin brother, he didn't understand that when you're fielding, you got to catch the ball and not let it roll by you. So if you put us twin brothers together, we would have been a great player. We would have been a great player. But, fortunately, sadly to say, I was a better fielder than the hitter. He was a better hitter than fielder.
Before I let you go, talk about your expectations going into this season. I know you guys couldn't have been happy about not being able to make the playoffs this year. Expectations a lot higher this year?
Yes. Everybody talks about we had a bad year last year. Little do they know, I never knew for a winning season to be a bad year. Along with that, we were 2 or 3 plays away from being 8-3, 9-2. But to the public eye, they may not see that. As far as offense and defense, both units did get going towards the end of the season. We went on a 4-game winning streak, and we finished the season well. Defense is feeling exceptionally well about this upcoming year. We got 9 returning starters, although we did lose 2 great players, all-conference honors, all-American honors, individuals. We are very excited. We feel like we could be amongst the top 5 in the nation. Offensively, we got athletes. We always have athletes. We got great coaches. If you put those 2 together, it speaks for itself. So I think we're going to be exceptionally well.
Sounds good. Ronnell, thanks for your time today. Enjoy Football Media Day.
Thank you. Have a great day.